Hello, and welcome back to Chapter 1 of Volume 4 of the White Album 2 manga. This is Volume 4 out of 4, so this is like the final stretch for the White Album 2 manga, which is pretty exciting. Obviously, since the whole story is condensed into just 4 volumes, a lot of it is cut out, a lot of it is rushed, and that's unfortunate just from the standpoint of someone who loves the games so much, but it is a really cool addition and a different way to experience White Album 2, so I do recommend checking out the manga for sure. This was drawn by 2C equals Garoa. It was directed by Aquaplus and supervised by Fumiaki Maruto. He is the original writer for White Album 2. So right off on Volume 4, we have a beautiful cover of Kazusa. Christmas trees in the background. Obviously, the falling snow, always important. White Album 2, and then our bonus image, because every manga has a bonus image in the front cover, is Mari-san, which makes me very happy. Look, she just looks so, like, bright-eyed and youthful and amazing. Look at the cat. Why is she sitting on a weird windowsill with a cup of coffee and her bra and underwear? I don't know. But I like it. So, with every volume of the manga, the character profiles are updated a little bit. Except Kazusa's, because we just haven't seen her in a long time. But let's go ahead and reread and catch up to where we are now. Kazusa Tomo, Haruki's former classmate. One of those who stood on the stage in the legendary Live. She added music to the lyrics that Haruki had written in secret, completing the song Unreaching Love. After graduating from Hojo High School, she crossed over to Europe in order to follow her path as a pianist. Setsuna Ogiso, Hojo University Politics and Economics Department, 3rd year. Was an idol-like figure in high school who won the unofficial Miss Hojo High contest 3 years in a row. Her popularity reached its peak when she performed vocals in the legendary Live at the school festival during her 3rd year. And even now she still catches the attention of those around her. And then, of course, Haruki Kitahara, Hojo University Literature Department, 3rd year. During high school, he played in the legendary Live that is still spoken of today. At present, he is working diligently at his part-time job with Kaio, a publishing company, while attending Hojo University. In the course of his work, he was involved in a special feature on the pianist known as Kazusa Tomo. And that special feature drove a big wedge between him and Setsuna because it really read like a love letter. Mari Kazuoka, magazine editor at Kaio, the publishing company, where Haruki works part-time. She comes off as a bit of a workaholic, but she is also a picture-perfect working woman. That she is. She, in the last volume, was actually the one who missed her flight, right, for her work to go abroad, just to listen to Haruki's complaints. And that is beautiful. Chiaki Izumi, Hojo University 3rd year. Transferred into the literature department and is in the same seminar room as Haruki. Both she herself and others acknowledge her as a slacker, and her problem at present is whether she will advance. And lastly, Koharu Sugiura, Hojo High School 3rd year. Very helpful, relied upon by everyone, and dauntlessly presses people with logical reasoning. A second-term committee member, much like Haruki once was. And the side characters are actually all the same. Nothing here has changed. Setsuna's family and younger brother, of course, Takuya and Io, are still kind of trying to butt into Haruki and Setsuna's relationship. In a good way, but like maybe a little too pushy. Yokotoma, Kazusa's mom, is still conniving and causing trouble. And then Tomo Yanagihara is still mean and rude and has an unusually strong interest in Setsuna. So, moving on to the manga itself. Sheesh, Haruki, you really do come through when it counts. Man, I'm so jealous. I thought you two were fighting. Yeah, considering what he did, well, I couldn't just say nothing. I didn't think you were going to use my phone to confess to her. I thought she might not pick up if she saw it was from me. While the bells were ringing on New Year's Eve, I told Setsuna I still had feelings for her. My God. Good that he told her. Crazy how fast, and this isn't just the manga's pacing, this is in general. Christmas Eve was when they had the big blowout, right? Haruki and Setsuna. New Year's Eve, he calls her and tells her, I still have feelings for you. That's like 6 days later. That's so fast. All right, we're going to drink until dawn. I thought you said we were done. I still don't think I'm ever going to forget about Kazusa. But, well, no, that's why I need to apologize for that the most. Even after laying everything bare. Even now. I'm sorry, Setsuna. You're the one I love. Aww. It hurts and it feels good at the same time because you know that it is a love of convenience. It's a love of proximity. Because you know if Kazusa was still in the country, he could pursue Kazusa. But the thing about life is no matter how much you love someone, sometimes that's not going to work out. And you need to move on to a second choice, right? Sometimes that second choice grows to be the love of your life. But it wasn't necessarily that, they were the one for you. That's real life, though. That's how real life works. I decided to move forward so that I could see that smile again, like I used to see long ago. Session 17, Pure Impulse. Come to think of it, I haven't really seen Izumi lately. Yeah, well, she got rejected pretty hard when she kept asking you to come over while you were out drinking, and you said no. It's Setsuna. Hi, Setsuna. You don't gotta slink away. Okay, she's just gonna run. Setsuna? What's with you? You're acting like some kind of jumpy middle schooler. This is very immature. Come on, don't do this. You are not a kid. You are an adult. So, what's the deal? It's been 2 weeks and you still haven't talked to Haruki? Not even once? Yeah. If Haruki-kun were running away, I could chase after him. But now that he's the one approaching me, I can't accept him. That's like the cruelest game of tag ever played. I'm just so afraid of messing up again and I freeze up. This is dumb. Come on, again, make the decision. Be together or split. Now that Haruki is finally coming around to want to be with you, you're like, just kidding, I want to keep running away. This is not a game. It's not a game. You two both insist on making things so difficult. This might sound weird, but the fact that Haruki-kun kept avoiding me up to this point was kind of a relief for me. Because you never had to face your problems head on. It's not really a relief, it's just putting it off. If my feelings never got through to him, I wouldn't have to be hurt any worse. Just watching him from a distance, it was painful, but the happiness I felt was equal to the pain, so I could take it. Setsuna. But with just that little closure of the distance, I can't keep myself from wanting to get even closer. I start having this fantasy, maybe he could just be mine and no one else's. Yeah, that's exactly what he's suggesting and exactly what you're running away from. Even though Kazusa has never left his mind. So, what are you going to do? What should I do? Hey, could the four of us be together forever? I wonder. Io was so done with this. Io was like, are you serious? Come on. Well, if you're okay with being that wishy-washy about it, what does it matter? If you're so sure that you could see Haruki find a girlfriend, start a family, have children, and just smile and nod at the whole thing. See? You're in shock over a simple hypothetical. You're lying about all of this, aren't you? You can't keep bluffing forever. Yes, it's definitely Haruki's fault that your outlook is this warped. But if you yourself can't be honest, none of your feelings will ever be fulfilled. This is very, very good point. And it's only a best friend that can really force this point. People get hurt, right? People are traumatized. People have gone through horrible things. And that is the reason that they are the way that they are. However, that doesn't excuse your behavior, right? Trauma doesn't mean you can do whatever you want just because you have a reason for it. You are still responsible for overcoming your own trauma. Does that suck? Yeah. Is it harder for you than other people? Sometimes. But Setsuna can't just keep using that as an excuse. She has to move forward. Give yourself some time to cool down and then think it over again. I know I'm doing all of this wrong, but I just want some validation from someone. So there you go. She refuses to budge. You're going way too fast, Io. Io is so stressed and so mad over this. I love Io. Hey, Haruki. Have you been in touch with Setsuna at all since then? While the New Year's Eve's bells were ringing, we stood right there and watched you tell her you loved her. You don't have to get that detailed. Yeah, that was the end of it. I haven't had any calls or messages from her since. Why? Couldn't you just take the initiative yourself? No, I think you know I can't. God, this is such a pain. Come on, just let it be for now. At least until Setsuna comes to you guys for help. Yo, it's so dang cute. Unbelievable. Hey. Oh, wow. Haven't seen that guitar in a while. Do you still play? I gave up on it. I was only ever using it as a tool to pick up girls anyway. Going to parties is way more effective nowadays. Yeah, you would. Don't lie, Haruki. That's exactly why you picked up the guitar, too. Oh, and then Haruki picks up the guitar. Ah, man, you were bad before, but now you're like a newbie. Shut up, I just haven't tuned it yet. Look at Io. She drank way too fast. Now she's just passed out drooling on the bed. Like Takeya said, the guitar was completely out of tune as I strummed it slowly. Driven by pure impulse, like a boy who just started playing. I started practicing 10 hours a day so that I could put my feelings across to the girl I loved. Having a goal and having a hobby is also really important. Now, I know he's just doing it for Setsuna, whatever. But in a way that he doesn't intend, I think, him having a hobby is actually rounding out a part of his life. It's giving him ambition. It's giving him something to work towards. It's making him feel accomplished by actually managing to do something. This is a very, very important, healthy outlet for Haruki. It's almost time to do our graduation thesis. What is Izumi up to? Huh? Setsuna, Listen, I love Setsuna as a character, but like this is the dumbest part. This is so annoying. Are you serious? She acts like one of those weird stalker girls that goes, like, stares at the school prince. Like, come on. I want to talk to him, but when he's right there, I can't move. Now I feel like a stalker. Yeah, you're certainly acting like one, too. Ah! Hey, what are you going to do if my lunch is all messed up? I'm so sorry. Hang on. Are you Setsuna Ogiso? Oh, Yanagihara-san. At least try to hide your disappointment. No, What do you mean try to hide your disappointment? Dude, you were so mean to her during the school, that party with the medical department. You were so extremely mean to Setsuna. You're lucky she didn't knock your lunch out of your hands on purpose. See, it's a mess now. I'm sorry. Really, I am. You'll make it up to me, right? Huh? Going to the karaoke. Listen, karaoke in Japan is super fun, but it is not cheap, right? So Setsuna taking Tomo out, plus Setsuna out, plus buying them drinks, plus paying for food, very, very expensive. Do you make yourself a box lunch every day? There's something wrong with that. I put a lot of effort into maintaining my figure, you know. Wow, that's impressive. I never even thought about that before. Is that a jab? Setsuna just has a naturally perfect body. Since you've got nothing to do, why don't you do some singing? Something. Oh. Something, some singing. Same thing in this instance. No, I can't sing anymore. What? You don't have any songs for the likes of me? That's not what I mean. I seriously can't do it anymore. Why the hell not? Setsuna needs to get over her trauma. So, an interesting parallel, and although it's a lot more rushed compared to the game, here I really like the parallel and how close together it is, with Haruki finally picking up the guitar and dedicating himself to start playing guitar again. Now Setsuna is being forced to face her fears of singing, right? Now she has an option. Does she want to pick up her old hobby? Does she want to try to get over her trauma and move forward? It's an important parallel. Because I can never stand in that light again. Are you really sure you're Setsuna Ogiso? The girl who stood on that stage in that flashy outfit, snaring all the guys' attention. That infuriating little girl who always stole the show. That is what's become of her? I apologize for failing to meet your expectations. Don't give me that. She's so mad. Honestly, though, usually this kind of advice would come from a close friend like Io, right? Io is pretty fed up with Setsuna right now. But the fact that it's coming from, in a way, an enemy is interesting as well. Well, I'm going to go and take care of the bill, so enjoy yourself for as long as you like. No, hang on, wait. Ogiso-san, where are you going? It's only 8 o'clock. If you don't want to do karaoke, let's go drinking. There's a good place over in Azai Tabase. Please, just let me be. Why does she even... they hate each other. They don't like each other. Why push it? Oh, are you afraid I'll get mean when I'm drunk? I didn't say that. If you hate me, just say it. I can't get serious unless you pick a proper fight yourself. She's so annoying. Tomo is so annoying. I would just walk away. Just don't even give her the time of day at this point. Say it. I hate your guts. Oh, what exactly is your grudge against me? Hey there, where are you two ladies headed? Man, you two are gorgeous. Are you actresses or something? Or models or...
Aw, no way. You really think we look that good? We were just thinking we'd go get something to eat, maybe, over in Azaitabase. You want to go together?
Huh? Really? Absolutely.
Hey, no, Yanagihara-san. You shouldn't just take off with a guy you don't know like that.
Yeah, you absolutely shouldn't. And you shouldn't invite. You shouldn't... Setsuna doesn't even want to go. Don't force her to go. Hey now.
Whoa, please don't touch me.
Come on, it's just your arm.
Come on, Setsuna, let's have him drive us. That'd get us there quicker. It's a minivan, so there's plenty of room. No. I said I don't want to. Haruki-kun, help me.
This is so pathetic. It's like the trope where if someone's getting hurt, they're like, "Mommy, ah!" Like, obviously, mom can't hear you. Obviously, Haruki can't hear you. So obnoxious.
Sorry. Guess we're gonna take the train instead.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
She's literally crying. The sad thing is, this scene in the game was 100 times worse. Like, I got so mad I almost had to stop playing at that point. Had to take a break. I was so mad at Tomo. Because in the game, they actually get in the guy's car. There's like 2 or 3 guys. They actually get in the car. They're all like touching Setsuna like on her arm or her head or whatever. And then Tomo's like, "Oh, sorry, actually I have something to do, but Setsuna will keep you company." And like leaves her in the van with these 3 guys who think they're all going to get lucky with Setsuna. It's disgusting, the situation she put her in. And that's one of the reasons I hate Tomo so much. Like, that's messed up. That is 50 shades of messed up. So in the manga, it doesn't even look that bad. And you might be thinking like, oh, why? Tomo's not that bad. No, she's bad. She's terrible.
Terrible. That was terrible. God, you're such a drag. Want to quit crying, maybe? Do you really enjoy messing with me that much? Yep, I sure do. What? You know, come to think of it, you just yelled for Haruki-kun. That's Kitahara-senpai from the Late Music Club, right? Everyone in my class was talking about how he dropped you 3 years ago. What do you know? That your life has been completely boring the past 3 years since you graduated. Just back and forth between school and home, not even a part-time job, and you hardly ever go out, so your little brother laughs and calls you a shut-in.
Also, the fact that she knows that specifically is kind of stalkerish.
So, now and then you lie and say you're going on a date, but you just go to the movies by yourself. Enduring the boredom, killing time until the middle of the night, drinking alcohol you don't even want to drink, coming home late, making your family think you're in some kind of serious relationship. Gross. Shut up! Yes, I'm gross, I know that. Always hung up over one person, and yet when that person looks my way, I can't accept it. It's like I'm schizophrenic or something. Maybe just a little. Not that someone like you would ever understand. Well, yeah, how could I? You're too creepy.
She's laying it on really thick and really harsh, but, like, I do kind of agree with Tomo. I hate her, don't get me wrong, but the things she's saying, like, who does that? Who lies to their family for years? Like, oh, yeah, I have a boyfriend. Oh, yeah, I'm going on a date. Like, no, you're not. The amount of lies that you're putting into this is just crazy.
Well, that was interesting to hear. The unknown true nature of Setsuna Ogiso, the former Hojo idol. So, why don't you go and spread it around? Who would ever believe that? I just feel sorry for you. So desperate that you'd tell a lie like that. Well, that's fine. Since that's the unknown true nature of Tomo Yanagihara, current Hojo idol. So, you finally call me Tomo, Setsuna Ogiso. I hate that you call me Setsuna Ogiso. I'm glad to hear that, seeing as I called you that because I wanted you to hate me.
Complex. Girls' relationships are complex, but usually not this complex.
Anyway, guess we better call a taxi. Your house is in Suetsugu, right? What, you know that too? You're like a stalker. Oh? Well, I guess that's not too far off. Okay, we'll go out to the main street. Don't tell me what to do.
Ouch. Meanwhile, Haruki is actually doing something productive. My skin is so weak now. Will I be able to get back to how I was at my peak this way? Yes, Haruki Kitahara, you're so stupid. Huh? Click. Setsuna? What a phone call. Someone calls you and just calls you stupid and then hangs up.
Shut up! Don't call me this late at night.
Sorry.
I just jumped down your throat. Why are you apologizing? I dumped you and you came crawling back to me to say we're sorry? Telling me you still loved me because you can't just give up already? You're really ticking me off right now, Haruki-kun.
Setsuna was clearly intoxicated. I guess so. Setsuna just went home and got drunk.
And when I'm in trouble, you never do anything. You're so useless.
If this phone call were happening right after we met, Setsuna would have been 3 times as stubborn as usual. Did something happen? Do you want to talk about it?
Why didn't you come and save me? I called you. I called for you over and over. Because of you, some other man touched me. My hair was standing on end.
Haruki's like, what?
Are you feeling regretful now?
Yeah.
Are you jealous of the other man?
Yeah.
Liar! You sound so indifferent. It's so obvious that you don't care. I'm gonna cry again.
Sorry. It's not a lie. I'm actually surprised by how jealous I am. I feel like I might crush my phone any second.
You're just hopeless at everything, Haruki-kun. Because you keep letting me be this fickle. Oh, don't run away from me. But wait, don't get too close to me either. It's all your fault. Got it?
It's been over 3 years since Setsuna tore into me like this.
I haven't done anything wrong at all.
Yeah.
Being betrayed by you, jerked around by you, it just turned me into a gloomy, creepy little girl.
The pure words that I once took away from her, the true Setsuna, that I erased. I missed it so much that I nearly cried. I realized that I wanted to meet this Setsuna again someday, without alcohol being involved, under more normal circumstances.
Will you say something already? Scold me? Yell at me?
Actually, can I call you back in a second?
What? Why?
Oh, Setsuna.
You're never actually gonna call me back, are you? You don't ever want to talk to me again.
I will, I swear.
After all the times you betrayed me before?
Just this once. Trust me, okay? I'm going to call you back.
Wait, Haruki-kun, wait. How am I supposed to survive this? Haruki-kun?
Sorry about that. I had to use the landline so I could go hands-free.
The guitar.
Oh. I don't see why you have to switch to a landline. I'm pretty sure cell phones have had speakerphones since the beginning of time, but you know. I just started up again last week, so I'm still pretty terrible at it.
Yeah,
really terrible. But maybe this song.
What are you doing, Haruki-kun? Don't you have exams coming up?
Yeah, I do.
You're so dumb. There's no point.
Yep.
Hey, Haruki-kun? I love you. But I hate you too.
Well, I love you. And that's all.
Oh, that's such a beautiful line.
I love you and I hate you too. I love you and that's all. I could literally start crying. That's really nice. If I could clip like one panel from White Album 2 manga so far, like my favorite, I honestly think this is it. I honestly think this has been my favorite page out of the whole manga.
I knew that already.
I know.
Because I know everything about you, Haruki-kun.
Listen, Setsuna. Setsuna? Good night, Setsuna. From the speaker on the receiver, I heard her breathing calmly as she slept. Completely different from the miserable, anxious, emotional breathing I had just heard. And I kept playing, softly, quietly, so that I wouldn't disturb that sleeping breath. But I kept on. Aww. And that's the end of chapter 1. What a beautiful story. It makes me mad that Tomo was kind of the thing that spurred Setsuna on here. Like, I get it. Setsuna needed to be mad enough to tear into a bottle of wine to get the liquid courage enough to call Haruki and yell at him. That was really important. However, I think writing that as, oh, she needs to be actually assaulted and like traumatized in order for that to happen, I think that was a really weak writing move for me. I think they could have done something that was a lot like, why? I hate that scene. It's just disgusting to me. The manga really played it down, but in the game, honestly disgusting. However, I am glad that Setsuna has gotten to this point. Forgetting what made it happen, I'm happy we're here. So, thank you so much for joining me on part 1 of the 4th volume of the White Album 2 manga, and I'll be back with the next part shortly. Until then, hope you take care. See you.